रत्नैकल्पितमासनं हिमजलैः स्नानं च दिव्याम्बरम् नानारत्नविभूषितं मृगमदा मोदाङ्कितं चन्दनम् जाती चम्पकबिल्वपत्ररचितं पुष्पं च धूपं तथा दीपं देवदयानिधे पशुपते हृत्कल्पितं गृह्यताम् सौवर्णे नवरत्नखण्डरचिते पात्रे घृतं पायसम् भस्मं भक्ष्यं पञ्चविधं पयोदधियुतं रम्भाफलं पानकं शाकानामयुतं जलं रुचिकरं कर्पूरखण्डोज्ज्वलम् ताम्बूलं मनसा मया विरचितं भक्त्या प्रभो श्रीकुरु छत्रं चामरयोर्युगं व्यजनकं च आदर्शकं निर्मलम् वीणाभेरिमृदङ्गकाहलकला गीतं च नृत्यं तथा साष्टाङ्गं प्रणतिस्तुतिर्बहुविधा एतत् समस्तं मया सङ्कल्पेन समर्पितं तव विभो पूजां गृहाण प्रभो आत्मा त्वं गिरिजामतिस्परिजनाः प्राणशरीरं गृहम् पूजा ते विषयोपभोगरचना निद्रा समाधिस्थितिः सञ्चारपदयो प्रदक्षिणविधिः स्तोत्राणि सर्वा गिरो यत् कर्म करोमि दत्तदखिलं शम्भो तवाराधनम् करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वापराधं विहितमविहितं वा सर्वमेतत् क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्धे श्रीमहादेव शम्भो जय जय करुणाब्धे श्रीमहादेव शम्भो ॐ श्रीमात्रे नमः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरिः ॐ everybody. We are doing Shivananda Lahari. Shivaratri is approaching. We are so blessed to listen to Shivananda Lahari. This is written by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. So far we have finished 72 shlokas. Sorry, 71 shlokas. 71 shlokas are done. Today we are entering into 72nd shloka. So this one is Bhagavan is talking about Shiva Dhyanam. 72 shloka. ध्यानाञ्जनेन समवेक्ष्य तमः प्रदेशम् भित्त्वा महाबलिभिरीश्वरनाममन्त्रैः दिव्याश्रितं भुजगभूषणमुद्वहन्ति ये पादपद्ममिह ते शिवते कृतार्थाः. This is another beautiful shloka. This is next one and this shloka, both of them are about the digging. A digger, my grandson used to love the digger. You know how the kids are, the toys, they love cars and the digger, how the digging take place. In the same way, here also, we need to dig. 72 and 73 shlokas we are going to see. Here, Shiva Dhyanam is compared with a digging. Like first, Bhagavan is giving a beautiful metaphor and example. Let us say, if we have a nidhi, nidhi means a treasure. Usually temples have a treasure. Even olden days, kings have a treasure. Even families, whoever has a rich people, they have a treasure. It is called nidhi. What they used to do is that nidhi, they used to dig the earth and put it all the way. So that way, all the way bottom, so that way Nobody can reach that place. It's like a safe deposit box. Dig it under the earth and then keep it there. And then the treasure, that nidhi, what they used to do is do lot of mantras. Japa devatas, they are protected, and all the way bottom on the earth, it is so dark. And then all the serpents, sarpas, is to come there and protect the nidhi. Even in movies also we are also kind of familiar with this picturization, how the nidhi is protected, that treasure. Devatas are protecting, and Bhujanga means all the snakes are also protecting. And then digging took place under the earth, they save this treasure filled with gold ornaments and lot of money, whatever it is, that nidhi. This is the example and metaphor. And now this, we need the nidhi here. What is the nidhi, treasure here? Shiva nidhi. To get the Shiva, Lord Shiva, what do we need to do? Whenever we get the nidhi, treasure, they feel krutardhaha. Oh, we love, life purpose is served. We got lot of money, we achieved. They feel they krutardhaha. But here, Shiva nidhi, when we acquire, we feel Shiva te krutardhaha. We have to feel krutardhaha with the attainment of Lord Shiva, Shiva nidhi. Now let us see what we need to do. Dhyananjanena, first step. Dhyana is meditation. Anjanam, even to get the meditation, Anjana means the Veda mantras. To get Lord Shiva nidhi, we need to do the meditation using the Veda mantras or Shiva namam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. That is called Anjana. Anjana Devi's putra is Anjaneya. Anjana Devi did lot of Veda mantras. She did lot of Dhyanam. That is why Anjaneya was born to Anjana Devi. Veda mantras, Anjana is Veda mantras. That meaning we are seeing, analyzing this. Second one is Prahlada had this Anjana, Veda mantras. Veda mantras means Namasmarana, Ishtadaiva Namasmarana. And he saw Bhagavan everywhere. Contradictory to that, Prahlada's father Hiranyakashipu did not have this Anjana, Bhagavat Namasmarana or Veda mantras. That Anjana he did not have it. And Hiranyakashipu was asking, where is God? Where is God? Where is God? Questioning his own son. And his own son, Bhakta Prahlada, is saying, I see God everywhere. There is no place where God, I do not see God. Means I see God everywhere. Indu galadandu ledani sandehamu baladu చక్రి సర్వోపగతుండెందెందు వెదకి చూసిన అందందే గలడు దానవాగ్రిని వింటే. That's what he told his father. I see Bhagavan every day, everywhere. The reason is because he has this Anjanam, Veda mantras and Veda namas, Bhagavan namam. And even Anjana also like a Katuka. And even to see the nidhi outside, worldly nidhi, the treasure, they put some kind of like Anjanam, Katuka, Mulika, the rasam to their eyes. Anjana means that also, even worldly matter also we can take up. Because at night they have to dig this place. Now they wear that glasses, right? Blu-ray glasses. Even we see, even the government people, they wear those glasses They see they can see at night also. Like that, Anjanam means wearing the glasses. Here, Shivanidhi, we need the dhyanam, meditation. Then we can acquire that nidhi, Shiva nidhi. That is the first step. And then whenever we do that, what do we need? We see, there we see the money and gold, worldly people. But now Samaveksha, seeing the Ishvara Pada Padma Nidhi, that is what we want to see. Ishvara Pada Padma Nidhi. Then to see the Nidhi, what we need to do? Tama Pradesham Bhitva. That worldly things we are seeing, we have to dig the earth. That is the worldly way example. Now here, the Shivanidhi, we need the Tamogunam Bhitva. We have 3 gunas. Tamogunam, Rajogunam and Sattvagunam. Tamogunam first has to get destroyed. That is why Tamapradesham Bhitva. That has to get destroyed. Then Rajogunam. Then of course Sattvagunam also. We have to go to Suddha Sattvam. That is where Bhagavan is. Gunatitudu. But at least we need to go to Sattvagunam. Through Dhyananjanena. To acquire what? Shiva Nidhi. Treasure of Lord Shiva. Lotus feet of Lord Shiva. To acquire that. Then we can say Krutardhaha. Life purpose is fulfilled. So 2 are given. Now third one. Mahabalibhihi Ishvara Nama Mantraihi. For that we need Mahabalibhihi. We need to do lot of puja. Bali means usually people think, only people, common people think they have to do the balis. Means offer all the animals or whatever, negative things. But here Bali means puja, Maha puja, Maha worship has to be done to acquire lotus feet of Lord Shiva, to become Krutardhaha, our fulfillment of our life purpose. Mahabalibihi. That is the third one. Means Bali means offering the ahankara, offering the ego. That can be taken up to. If we do not have the energy to do the puja, offer that ahankara. That is the final step. Offering the ahankara is not easy. And then Ishvara Nama Mantraihi. Ishvara Nama Mantram. We can do puja or Nama Japam. Nama Om Namah Shivaya, Nama Smarana. Nama Smarana Dhanyopayam. Then we can pick Krutardhaha. Life purpose is served. Puja or Nama Mantram or both. Why Divyasritam? Because the treasure is guarding by Divya, divine people. All the divine people are there. That is why so many devotees, so many munis, so many rishis are doing the archana to this Lord Shiva's lotus feet. So that is why so many people are there already, Divya Shritam, taking the support and taking the Sharanagati. Already there. In the worldly term, all the devatas are also guarding because they did the mantra japa, that nidhi, the treasure. Both are going parallel. That is why we need to please the devatas to acquire the worldly treasure. Here also, to please all the gods and Lord Shiva, we need to do all the puja, Divyasritam. To go into the line, we have to request gods also to go to the higher state. And then Bhujaga Bhushana, those lotus feet are, how are they? They have so many snakes are everywhere. They are all ornaments to Lord Shiva. On the head, on the neck, on the shoulders, on the hands, on the waist, everywhere Lord Shiva is decorated by snakes, small snakes, big snakes. So Abharanam, Bhujaga Bhushana. And there also we have seen worldly treasure. Worldly treasure is nothing but the money. That is also guarding by snakes. So that's why all of them are to reach this lotus feet of Lord Shiva. Ye pada padma mihate shivate krutardhaha. Whoever do all of them, does all these, all of them, they are the krutardhaha. Lotus feet of Lord Shiva, Shiva Dhyanam. First thing is meditating. And then all the destroying of all the gunas, tamoguna, rajoguna, and sattvaguna also. Because Bhagavan is gunatitadu, beyond the gunas. And offer lot of puja, do lot of nama mantram. And then always surrender to the gods, because Bhagavan is Ishvaraha. All the lords are under his control. Bhujaga Bhushana, he has a lot of snakes as his ornaments. Form is also described, so that way we can do the meditation. Then we can acquire lotus feet of Lord Shiva. Then we become Krutardhaha. Krutardhaha means liberation, moksham. Remember, each shloka gives us the nama, rupa, tattva, leela, and then take us to the tattvam, moksham, liberation. The life purpose is served. Purpose of life is to attain the God, to attain the oneness. That is what this shloka is talking about. Dhyananjanena, that is why we need all the Veda mantras, Namasmarana, that is called Anjanas. Anjana means Katuka. Katuka means the kajal. That is for regular treasure. That treasure means both are given. If you want worldly desires to get fulfilled, that also we need Shiva Smarana. Or if we want moksham also, we need Shiva Smarana. Both ways. Aihika, Amushmika. Worldly desires, hereafter, Swargaloka or some other loka, or right here, moksham. All of them, we need Shiva Namam, Shiva Namasmarana, and Shiva Mantram, and Shiva's Dhyanam, meditation. So then we become Krutardhaha. This is what Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji is giving us in this shloka. So many pointers are given, even so much, even Guru does this one. Guru Stotram, we chant this. Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. That is where Ajnana Timiram, darkness of that Ajnanam, ignorance, not knowing who we are. That is what Ajnanam. Then what Guru does is Jnananjana Shalakaya, gives us the Jnanam, knowledge of the Parabrahma Paramatma. And then the eyes gets opened, means the third eye, Jnana Netram, Mano Netram, opens up. That is why Antarmukham, digging means we have to turn inward. We cannot dig our mind or heart. Then what happens? We cannot do that physically. Mentally we can do Antarmukham, turn inward. That we can do with Shivanamam, Shivasmarana. So that's why Bhagavan, Guru does that, gives us the knowledge and then take out the darkness. That is called Anjanam. Gives us the knowledge of Anjanam, Katuka. He puts it on our eyes. Knowledge of Kajal. With that, the ignorance get destroyed. That's why Jnana Netram opens up. Chakshuhu Militam. Unmilitam. They open up. Unmilitam means going upward. That is why Uttaram, Ut, always going upward. And then that's why that kind of Guru, to that Guru, our prostrations. That is what Guru does. Take out that inner ignorance, gives us the knowledge. So with this we have seen lot of elaborately, and now we'll chant the shloka, enter into the next shloka. ध्यानाञ्जनेन समवेक्ष्य तमः प्रदेशं भित्त्वा महाबलिभिरीश्वरनाममन्त्रैः दिव्याश्रितं भुजगभूषणमुद्वहन्ति ये पादपद्ममिह ते शिवते कृतार्थाः. Now we will enter into 73rd shloka. This is also digging. But this digging we are not doing. Bhagavan, Vishnu Bhagavan did himself. Varaha Rupam, that's what we are going to see. Bhudarata mudavahadyadapekshaya Sri Bhudara eva kimata sumate labhasva Kedaramakalita mukti mahaushadhinam Padaravinda bhajanam parameshwarasya. These shlokas are about the bhakti, lotus feet of Lord Shiva. That's what they are talking about. 73rd shloka. Padaravinda bhajanam, lotus feet of Lord Shiva, who's Parameshwarasya, Supreme Lord, Supreme Ishvara, Parameshwara. Now, what happened is, let us take the picturization. To see the Lord Shiva, even Varaha's Vishnu Bhagavan also started digging. He has the two wives. He has two wives. One is Sri Lakshmi Devi, Bhudara, Bhudevata, Sri Devi, Bhudevi. What else we want? Whole Jagat belongs to him. All Sampadas are with him. But still, he wanted to see lotus feet of Lord Shiva. So then he started digging. Before we enter, Shivaratri is also coming. Shivalinga, how it took place. Our Puja Swami Shantananji is to say this story. We heard this almost 25 years ago, 30 years ago, more than that. He used to come to Balavihar children. He used to say this story. And very popular. It comes in Shiva Puranam. A lot of Puranas also talks about it. What happened is, one time Brahmaji, the creator, and the Sthitikaraka, Vishnu Bhagavan, had the dilemma or argument that I am the superior. Brahmaji said, I am the creator, I am the superior. Vishnu Bhagavan said, no, I am doing the sustenance, Sthitikarakam. It's not easy, I am the great. They could not solve it. They were always doing the discussion and argument. While this argument is happening, then what happened? One Jyotis Patikalingam, the Tejo Mayam, lightning appeared in front of them. That lightning, of course, became like a Shivalinga. That is nothing but Shivalinga. So then that lightning, when they saw that, they were wondering, who is this? Then they decided, okay, whoever goes to the top and sees the top of this the lightning, then they are the winner. Or they have to see the bottom, Antam, Adi Antam. Then that's how they became the conclusion. Then Brahmaji said, I can go to the top, I will go to the, take the Hamsa Vahanam, swan bird, and fly and see the top, because I can fly with this, my Hamsa Vahanam. And Vishnu Bhagavan said, I cannot fly, but I can become like a Varaha, boar, and start digging. I can go see the other end. And whoever comes here first, they are the winner. Both of them agreed. and Hamsa Vahanam, Brahmaji, creator, took place. And meanwhile, there is small Upakadha also. I will also say that while Brahmaji is going top world, Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janoloka, Tapoloka, all the way. Meanwhile, he saw one flower. Anyway, he could not reach all the way, and he said, okay, I could not see it, but I don't want to admit it. I could not see the top of this. No matter how much he flies, he could not see the top end. And he said, okay, I don't want to accept my defeat. On the way coming down, he saw one flower and then one cow. Then he asked that flower, can you do me a favor? And this is like a Sampenga Puvu, Mogali Puvu, who does the lot of fragrance, gives lot of fragrance. You can check on Google, Mogali Puvu. What is that Mogali flower means? Now that Google Guru is there for our sake, so which is good. I don't need to do my job, Mogali Puvu. And then Brahmaji asked, can you do me a favor? Can you say, when I go down, can you say that I saw the top? And please, you be the witness. Innocently, Mogali Puvu agreed. The flower agreed. And then the cow also, Brahmaji pleaded, can you do me a favor? Can you tell when I go down, can you say yes? Then that cow said yes with that face. And then tail said, no. He knows. The cow knows. That's why we do the worship to the tail, Prishtabhagam, not to the face. Whenever Gruha Pravesham or any Godanam, whatever we do the puja to the Prishtabhagam, tail portion. All the Pasupu, Kunkuma, all of them are offered with the help of the priest. And then that's why, and then he came down where the competition started. Brahmaji. And then meanwhile, Vishnu Bhagavan also took the Varaha avataram and started digging, but he could not find the end. Then he came up, he said, I could not find it. I agree, I am defeated. Then that light is nothing but Lord Shiva appeared in front of them. That's how Shiva Linga Udbhavam took place. That is what our Purana says. So that's why Shiva Bhagavan appeared and said, you did so well, you did not lie, you are right. And then, but Brahmaji lied because he knows everything. Shiva Bhagavan knows everything. And then that's why Brahmaji, we do not have the temples. And then that's why Mogali Puvu, we do not worship the gods. That flower, we do not use for worshipping of the gods. In puja, we do not use that Mogali Puvu, even though it has a great fragrance. And then the cow also, I already mentioned, we do not do the puja to the face. We do the puja to the Prishtabhagam, because with the toka, the back portion, the tail, it said he did not see. He waved the tail. So this is what the story is. That is why Varaha Bhagavan also went to see Parameshwarasya Padaravinda Bhajanam. To see Lord Shiva's lotus feet, he could not find. He also started the digging. Bhudarata Mudavahadya Dapekshaya. So that is what Varaha Swami. So, two Bhudara is there. We have to see Bhagavan Shankaracharyaji's Kavitvam, poetry also. Knowledge, poetry, and then Jnanam and Bhakti, devotion. All of them are here. Bhudarata, that is the first one is for Varaha Swami. Second Bhudara is Bhudevi. Because Vishnu Bhagavan has two wives. One is Sri, that is why Sri Bhudara Eva. Kimata Sumate Labhasva. Sri means Lakshmi Devi. Bhudara means Bhudevi. That Vishnu Bhagavan took Varaha Avataram and started digging the earth, going down. In the same way, Sumate. Oh, Mati, telling to the mind. Sumati already acquired some good qualities. Oh, Sumati, Labhasva, attain that Lord Shiva's lotus feet. Pondumu, Labhasva means Pondumu, attain. Oh, Sumate, Labhasva. Always think about Lord Shiva's lotus feet. Start digging, start digging. 72 and 73 are both of them are for digging. Go inward, go inward, go inward. So many layers of sins, so many layers of vasanas are there. Because this individual self is coming, took place so many lives, took so many births, so much is happening, so much is there. All the dirt, kribisham, so much is there. That is why I have another picture. I thought I will put up like this. Yeah. So that way you need to dig. All the cow is there, all the devatas are there. That is why we are doing devata upasana. Whenever we do Shiva upasana, all the devatas upasana is also done. That's why you see everything in this picture. So that is why Sri Bhudara Eva Kimata Sumate Labhasva. Oh mind, keep doing this. Namasmarana, Mantra Smarana, do the Jhanam, Antarmukha Samarajya, Bahirmukha Sudurlabha. We have to do the Antarmukham, go inward. Then we will attain this Lord Shiva. And then what happens if we do this digging? Sumate, oh mind, Kedara Mukti Mahaushadhinam. Kedara Kedara means the Pantapolalu, means fields, wherever we get the crops. That is also one meaning. Then whenever we do in worldly term, whenever we dig this, all the Pantapolas, all the fields, we get the crops. Here also, whenever we dig our mind, keep going inside, then what happens? Kedaram, the Pantapola will take place. What is that Pantapola? Mukti Mahaushadhinam. We attain liberation, Mukti. That is the great medicine, Aushadhi. Whenever we dig crops, fields, we get the Aushadhis and then crops. But here, when we dig this, our heart, our mind, what happens? We dig our mind, go inward, we get the greatest Aushadham, that is nothing but Mukti. Kedara Makalita Mukti Mahaushadhinam. We attain liberation. So that is why, O Sumate Labhasva, attain this. O Sumate, keep on doing Namasmarana and keep on going inward, keep on digging with this bhakti, jnanam, keep on learning, keep on attaining satsang, keep on doing the Shravanam, then you will attain the mukti. Padara Vinda Bhajanam Parameshwarasya. Lotus feet of Lord Shiva, keep on thinking about it. That is what beautifully is done. That is why Bhagavan says, Sri Krishna says, Yajyadacharati sreshtaha tattadevetaro janaha lok sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanu vartate. Because for us, Vishnu Bhagavan is Sreshta Purusha. Whatever Sreshta Purushas are done, we do the same thing too. What did Vishnu Bhagavan did? Took the Varaha Avataram and started digging, went inward and attained, saw lotus feet of Lord Shiva. For us, Vishnu Bhagavan is our Sreshta Purusha. That is why we need to do digging of our mind. This Sreshta Purusha is for children, parents are Sreshta Purusha. For students, teacher is this Sreshta Purusha. They follow the teacher. And the Shishya, disciples, Guru is the Sreshta Purusha. They see Guru and then they follow the Guru. Guru Parampara. So that's why whatever the Shrestha Purushas follow or do, take it as a pramanam, whatever they words they use, all these people will follow. Followers will do the same thing. That is why Shrestha Purushas are very, very important. Whatever do, whatever they speak, deeds, actions, and the words are very, very important. Whatever field we are in, for company manager, whatever he does, whatever he speak, all the IT field, the subordinates, it's very important. Even the politicians, because our acharati sreshtaha, they are all sreshta purusha to their, all the people, Prime Minister, all the MLAs and MPs, like that we have to take it. Whatever field we are in, their highest position is the Sreshta Purusha. Seeing that, they will follow. Our Sreshta Purusha is doing, we need to do the same thing. We need to follow. So that is why Bhagavan is telling, it is a third chapter, 21 shloka. Yajyadacharati Sreshtaha. Third chapter, 21 shloka. So that is why Acharana Pramanam is very important. Because everybody is watching us. Don't think nobody is watching. Especially when we go outside, especially we are sadhakas, we have to be very careful. Whatever actions we are doing, what kind of actions we are doing, and what kind of words we are speaking, very, very important. People are observing, because we say we are all seekers. We are all in the path of bhakti, devotion. That is why deeds and words are very, very important. It can be very simple act, very easy to comment. They say they are great devotees. Look at that, they did not even pick up the paper. Like that, very simple act can become make a mudra, negative mudra on people. Forget about other people. For us also, we always have to keep our actions and words very, very watchful. See what kind of actions we are doing, what kind of deeds, words we are speaking. Because we are our Shrestha Purushas. Our mind is our best friend, our mind is our worst enemy. 6th chapter again. Uddharedatmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. So that is what Bhagavan is saying. Then we attain this mukti. Mukti means the attainment of oneness. All this is bhakti swarupam. What is bhakti? What needs to be done? What have to be done for each individual? That is what Bhagavan is explaining. Because Bhagavan is sarvavyapi. He does not need anything. That's why taking the refuge to lotus feet of Bhagavan is a must. Very, very important and avashyakam. Very, very immediately we need to do it. Our duty and our kartavyam and avashyam. So this is what Bhagavan is saying. Beautiful shloka. Varaha Avataram also we have seen. Even Saundarya Lahari, third shloka, brings up to Varaha Avataram. So this way, with this, we will chant the shloka and then see the essence. Bhudarata mudavahajyatapekshaya Sri Bhudara eva kimata sumate labhasva Kedaramakaliта mukti mahaushadhinam Padaravinda bhajanam parameshwarasya. ఏ పాదారవిందముల దర్శన అపేక్ష చేత శ్రీదేవి భూదేవి భార్యలు బాగల వరాహావతారం భూమిని మధించాడో, మీన్స్ whose lotus feet, to see the whose lotus feet Bhagavan, Vishnu Bhagavan went inside, started digging. He has Sridevi and Bhudevi as his consorts, but still he did that. He acquired Varahavataram. that feat we need to do the meditation and we need to do the labhasva, attainment. Sumate labhasva. We need to make our mind pure and subtle intellect. Then we can really attain this lotus feet of Lord Shiva. Vishnu Bhagavan also worshipped Lord Shiva. That is why there is no difference between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu Bhagavan. People fight out of ignorance. My God is great, Lord Shiva. My God is great, Vishnu Bhagavan. No, they do not have any difference. Even Lord Vishnu Sahasranamam, we see Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane. It seems Parvati Mata asked Shiva Bhagavan, what are you doing always on meditation? Then Shiva Bhagavan says, O Manorame, O Parvati Mata, Parvati ji, I think about Lord Vishnu. Sri Rama means nothing but Lord Vishnu's avataram. Always think about Sri Rama. That's what Shiva Bhagavan does. Now Vishnu Bhagavan does Shiva's worship. So that is why the only oneness we need to see. Seeing the oneness is moksham, liberation. And now 74th shloka. This is also again beautiful shloka. Asha pasha klesha durvasanadi bhedaha Vudyuktair divya gandhaira mandaihi Ashashatikasya padara vindam Chetah petim vasitam me tanutu. When we chant the shloka, we can go Asha pasha klesha durvasanadi Bhedodyuktair divya gandhaira mandaihi Ashashatikasya padara vindam Chetah petim vasitam me tanutu. Again, we need to destroy all our negative tendencies. What we need to do? Oh Bhagavan, Asha has two words, Sadasha, Durasha. Sadasha, Asha is good term because we have to desire or have to have hope. Sadasha means following the dharmam. Always dharmanto kudinavi. Combined with dharmam, combined with righteousness. Those kind of desires, those kind of hopes are very good. That is called Sadasha. Durasha, I don't need to explain, negativities filled with negativities. That is why Asha, that is why bind us. Asha Pasham, that is why it is called. That is bind us. Pasham means rope. Durasha will bind us. Sadasha will liberate us. That Asha Pasha Klesha Durvasanadi. Here it is talking about all the Durvasana, all the negativities. That is why it is kind of Asha Pasham, rope of all the negativities, tying up, putting in bondage. Bondage means tying up, tied up. Durvasana, all the Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsariyam, Ahankara, Mamakaram, then Raga Dvesham, all of them Durvasana. They are all Asha Pasha Klesham. According to Yoga Shastra, Patanjali Yoga Shastra, Klesha word has 5 meanings. Patanjali Yoga says 5 of them. Klesham means what? Klesham means all the affliction, sorrow, difficulties, dukkham. People know, common understanding. But we need to analyze this because we are doing the satsangam. We want to acquire the knowledge. We want to feel like good. That way we know what is klesha means. Patanjali Yoga Sutra says 5 words are given. Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesham. 5 are called klesham. Even Hanuman Chalisa, this klesha word comes. Asmita, avidya means ignorance, not knowing who we are. That is the first step. Then all will follow. not only not knowing who we are, taking up something else ourselves. Right now, we do not know we are Satchit Ananda Swarupam. Existence, consciousness, bliss. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Taittiriya Upanishad says. Same thing. Satyam, existence, Jnanam, knowledge. Anantam, infinite. Brahman, Anantam, Anandam, all the same words. Anantam, infinite, that is but nothing but Parabrahma. Now you are all listening to Taittiriya Upanishad. That is why we call Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Not knowing that, not because we do not know, then we are taking, I belong to this world, taking the other things as myself. That is called avidya. And asmita, swaswarupa, Swarupa Ajnanam, that is called avidya, Swarupa Ajnanam. Asmita means Dehe Aham iti Abhimanaha. Dehe Aham iti Abhimanaha. Thinking that I am the body, Dehatma Bhavana. I am limited. I am only a body only. That's all. That is called Asmita. And Raga, Dvesha, they are all follow children and grandchildren. First one is parent is avidya. Then children, grandchildren, asmita, child, thinking I am the body. And ragadvesha, grandchildren, they go hand in hand. Raga means, I'm giving Samskrita definitions also, they are also good to know. Ishta vishaye anuraktihi. Raga means Ishta vishaye anuraktihi. Whatever I like, I develop the liking and attachment towards that. Raga, Swarupa, Pashadhya, Krodha, Kara, Ankushojvala, Ammavari Namam. That's why Ragam will bind us. Whatever we like, we develop the Anuragam, Anurakti. If somebody likes this video, or wow, your pravachan is good, develop the Ragam. Wow, I like these people. I love those people. I love to talk to them. I send messages. I put like this, like, right? Everywhere. Or anything. Or you look beautiful. Then we like those person. We develop the ragam. This we all know. We experience this also every day. Dveshaha means what? Anishta vishaye apritihi. Let us say same person, wow, you did not, I could not even understand anything. You gave 1 hour lecture. Then what happens? We develop dvesha bhavana. Your sari is not good. Your anishta vishayam, apritihi. Because they did not say the conducive words to me. They did not say good words towards me. Preeti words, good words. Anything, it can be outward or inward. It could be in sadhana vishayam, or it can be beauty or sari, it can be anything. We all know this. I don't need to elaborate. Apritihi. Anishta vishaya apritihi. And then abhiniveshaha. Vyardeshu karmasu kartavyatva agrahaha. This is beautiful. Vyardeshu karmasu kartavyatva agrahaha. Means doing the wasteful actions. Karmasu, vyarteshu karmasu. Always doing the unnecessary things. What is not conducive to sadhana, doing that and thinking that this is my duty to do this. All the wasteful things are constantly doing the WhatsApp, looking at the YouTube, or doing the politics, unnecessary things constantly. And thinking that this is my duty now. I have to do this. This is my duty, as though we are uplifting the whole society, whole world. That is called abhinivesham, munditanam. Believing strongly. That is what abhiniveshaha. These are all create kleshaha. See how deeply our rishis did the research. Usually kleshaha means dukkam, my dukkam is the greatest dukkam. Nobody has this. That's what we feel. But see how 5 points, how they analyze each word. Munditanam. Whatever I believe in wrong things, having the strong things in on holding on strong belief on wrong things, wrong actions, wrong doings. That is called abhinivesham. In Telugu, it is called munditanam. So now, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhiniveshaha. 5 things are called kleshaha. They are all durvasanas, negative tendencies. Vasana means samskara. Asha, pasha, klesha, durvasanadi bhedaha. They get destroyed. Then this is the request we are giving to Bhagavan. Lotus feet of Lord Shiva. First you have to destroy that. Then you need to do one more thing. You have one more job to do. What is that job? Vidyuktair divya gandhaihi amandaihi. You need to give beautiful suvasana because you are the Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Mrutyunjaya Mantram. You have all the good vasanas, good tendencies. You have to do this to me. Make this me with flavored, good flavor, suvasana. First I have to tell you where, which place. Asha Shati Kasya. That is the that actually we haven't seen the pronounce namam. Asha Shati Kasya, that is the Lord's name. Asha Shati Kasya means Digambara, Lord Shiva's name. Asha Shatika, we know the new name now. This is the first time we are listening to this name. Bhagavan also used Digambara, that we know. Dikkure as Ambaram, as his word, as his cloth. All the directions are his cloth. Digambara. Dik Ambara. Ambara means 2 meanings. Ambara means space, akasham, and vastram, cloth also. Akasham is his vastram. Akasham is the hair. That is why Vyomakeshudu. Now Asha Shatika means all the sky. Akasham is his cloth. Vyomakeshudu, here Asha Shatika. All the space is his cloth. That is why Digambaram, Dik, all the directions, 10 directions are his cloth. To that lotus feet of Padara Vindam, of that Asha Shati Kasya Padara Vindam, we need to put the request. What kind of request? To make me all the positivity, all the good things, all the nice things. So that way my sadhana can be continued. I can walk in this path. And then where? What has to be done? We discussed. Whom that Lord Shiva has to do. What has to be destroyed? What has to be given? We have seen. Durvasanas has to go away. Satvasana has to come. Now we need to see where. Chetah petim vasitam metanotu. Chetah petim. Mind. My mind. Chetaha means mind. This peti means like a box. My box of my mind. Like a peti. Pette. Chetaha peti means my mind is like a box. Pette. That mind, you destroy all this and please give me all the sugandha, good vasanas. That also amandaihi. Manda means very, very little bit, 1 drop at a time, 1 drop at a time, 1 namam, 1 drop. 1 mantram, 1 namam. Om Namah Shivaya, 1 durgandha is gone, 1 sugandha entered. Not like that. Amandaihi, plenty. So that means my mind should filled with all the sugandhas. Tanotu, because you are all pervading God. You can do that. My mind has to filled with all the sugandham, all the good things, all the positivity. Then I can attain your lotus feet, O Lord Shiva. Asha Shati Kasya. You are the great, all the Digambara now. That's what prayer is now. Look at the poetry. Previous shloka also, here also. Asha Pasha Klesha, Asha Shati Kasya. See, Asha is, that is a pasham, it will bind us. But when we take the surrender to this Asha Shatika, whoever has the directions as his cloth, that Lord Shiva, what happens? Turning takes place, transformation takes place. This is what we all need. Where Chetaha Peti, in my mind, box of my mind, in my mind. So this is the beautiful shloka. Each shloka will take us to liberation. Asha Pasha Klesha Durvasanadi Bhedodyuktair Divya Gandhairamandaihi Asha Shatikasya Padara Vindam Chetaha Petim Vasitam Me Tanotu. Oh Bhagavan, you are Asha Shatika, Digambara. Please, I'm holding on to your lotus feet. Please take off all the negativities from my mind and instill all the good qualities, Sugandhim, and destroy all the negativities and instill the positive values, Dharma values, and then I can proceed in this path and my mind will merge in at your lotus feet. Transformation takes place, mukti will take place. I will attain oneness with you, one with you, oneness take place. Oh Lord Shiva, this is my request. Please attain that liberation. So this is what Bhagavan is saying, 3 shlokas, how the digging, what happens, and now hold on to Lord's lotus feet. He is the Digambara, all the Ambara, whole Ambara, Akasham is his Vastram. Akasham is his hair. Vyomakeshudu, Digambarudu. Both of them are in this shloka. Asha Shatika. So that's what Bhagavan we have to pray to attain oneness with him. Attain one, became one with him. And Shivaratri is also approaching. We are also doing the Shivananda Lahari individual chanting on Sunday. Please do participate and it will be on the Zoom and meditate on Lord Shiva whole day, whatever we can do, how much ever we can do. May Lord please help us, guide us, so that way we can continue in this path. Om Sri Matre Namaha, Harihi Om, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om everybody.